My friend, we have come to Group F. We are halfway through the European World Cup qualifiers, and Group F brings us to the Portugal-Denmark winner of this match. We talked about the loser before in the previous group. That was Group C, I believe, and now we're in Group F. And that brings us to Portugal or Denmark, Hungary, Ireland, or Armenia. So first things first, who is winning, Portugal or Denmark?
I think Portugal's winning.
Yes.
Roberto Martinez struggled at times with Belgium. It seems like he's found his place with his Portuguese team. He is doing a great job, and I think this team looks good.
Yes, I agree with you. I think this Portugal team, they're on the potential, road to winning this Nations League. It's I think they're definitely one of the favorites to do it. And they had a fantastic Nations League campaign that just ended. So I don't think there's any reason to say that this Portuguese team does not win. And let's assume it is Portugal, Hungary, Ireland, and Armenia. Then it becomes an interesting question of, in terms of the overall difficulty of this particular group, is it a group of death or group of life?
I think it's a group of life. I think that Portugal will look at this group and be licking their chops. They've seen this Hungary team. They'll look at Armenia, they'll look at Ireland. They won't be scared. And honestly, with the talent Hungary has, they should be feeling the same thing. They really should. It's always tough to play Ireland. Armenia, of course, has some serious talent. But to me, it's an easy group, especially if you're the favorite, Portugal.
Yeah, I agree with you. And unfortunately, a team that I hold very dear to my heart, because I've always had a fascination with the country and people of Ireland, are in a very bad footballing place.
Very bad. Yeah.
This is not the days of the old school, Irish teams that would fight like crazy. Shane Long scoring goals against Germany and winning matches like that.
Robbie
Keane. You had all those teams back then. This is not the same team. So I agree with your group of life. But in terms of the top players in this group to watch, who you got your eye on?
I mean, for me, there's only one player that I really want to watch in this group. I mean, Portugal has multiple, but there's one player I particularly want to watch, and that's the captain for Hungary. That's Dominik Szoboszlai, because he is just an incredible talent. And to be honest, he hasn't quite done it in the big spots for Hungary. And he had a very disappointing Euro, in my opinion, a very disappointing Euro. And he's capable of so much. He's on a Liverpool team that is looking like they're going to run away with the title. We'll see. But man, he needs to show up in a big way for Hungary, because you just want him to have these moments for his country. He hasn't had them yet, but I'm really excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, and I'm gonna agree with you. That's the player that I had my eye on as well, and for exact same reasons. I don't. He has not done it yet for Hungary, and we just want to see it. And as a player of that caliber, we just want to see at this level. So that gets us to the prediction component of this segment, and I think we got to agree. We're in agreement, right? That Portugal win the group.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so then the question that I want to pose out there is, who gets second?
Oh, I thought we were going to do last. Okay, second. Okay.
You want to say who gets last?
Let's say who gets last in this group. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're in agreement in terms of who gets second. I think we all know. So, okay, we can say who gets last. Yeah. All right.
All right.
All right. All right, who you got?
Pains me to say it, but
I knew you were going to say that, and which is why I chose Armenia.
Oh.
But go ahead. Why do you think Ireland's getting last?
I just haven't seen Ireland in this down a moment. I feel Ireland always has fought, has given us moments where they've gotten close. Remember that famous Thierry Henry handball that eliminated them in qualifiers? So there's so many moments I can think of. There's that famous 1-1 tie in the World Cup against Germany. That's the Robbie Keane, I think, had the equalizer. Yeah. There's just these moments that in their history that are just so iconic, and they always fight. But this team, they're really in a low moment. I've never seen them this bad. I don't know if the time is now or maybe after this qualifiers, they need to kind of clean up things and have a rebirth and bring in young players. I'm not sure what's going on, but they look really disappointing.
I agree with you. As I mentioned before, I think it's a terribly disappointing thing. I saw one bright spot, and that was their victory over Finland in
Yeah.
the last Nations League. I saw a little bit of the player that Evan Ferguson was supposed to be, that everyone was saying this kid is supposed to be. I saw a little glimpse of that in that particular match, but it's highly disappointing. I'm just hoping this is part of the upswing of Ireland and they continue some of the momentum. There was barely any momentum in the last Nations League campaign, but a little bit in that victory over Finland. So I'm hoping they take that through. I think we can all say that Hungary is going to be the team that actually gets through in the second place.
They should be. Yeah.
Yeah. So for all you fans out there, please let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think that these particular teams are the ones that are going to get through? Or do you think that Ireland's going to win the group? Let us know. Let us know.
You could dream. You could dream.